Wow, this thing went in a totally different direction than I thought it'd go today. All right, let's get back to this. So, the proof of the believer's ultimate glory is that he suffers, whether it comes as a mockery, whether it comes as ridicule or physical persecution because of his Lord. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17, 18. Listen, for our light affliction. That's what he calls all the suffering of this world. Why? Because it's temporary and it can't kill your soul, your spirit. Can't kill it. Which is but for a moment. What do you mean but for a moment? You mean that how long it lasts? No, he's talking about your lifetime here on this earth. Because you start suffering the very first time you get conceived in the womb. You start suffering. Friend, you're dying. You're dying. Is working for us a far more exceeding eternal weight of glory. How in the world is suffering working for us an eternal weight of glory? I just read it to you. I read it to you in Revelation. I read it to you in Ephesians. That's how. Go back and read it again if you need to. While we do not look at the things which are seen, and that is the crux of the matter. That's the problem. Most of us are, we take this word out of the scriptures. Most of us do look at the things which are seen. We can't see beyond. When the scriptures tell us, don't do that. Stop looking at the things that are seen. Why? You need to focus on the things which are to come. What is that? I read it to you in Revelation, in Ephesians. I read it to you. For the things which are seen, they have a problem. What? They're temporary. Everything that's going on today, even the consequences of that which is going on today. What about it, God? It's temporary. But the things which are not seen today, they are eternal. Go back and read Revelation 21, 22. That's what he's talking about. And this was written by Paul before, almost 30 years before John wrote the book of Revelation. So God had already revealed it to Paul. And he explained it through John in the book of Revelation. Now, look at this. Still talking about suffering. Yes. 2 Timothy 3:12. All those who desire, that's what it says. Why are you desiring to live godly? Do you really think it's you? No. You are a partaker of the divine nature. That's why there is a desire inside of you to live holy. It doesn't come from you. You have an unction from the Holy Spirit living in you. You are partaker of the divine nature. You're going to suffer. Again, all these people who are going around saying that the believer won't suffer if you have enough faith, that is foolish. The faith to be a child of God doesn't come from you. Ephesians 2 makes that absolutely clear. The faith, is the gift that comes from God, not of works. Why? Because you brag about it. You brag about your prayer life. You brag about, I had enough faith and God seen my faith and God act. That is craziness. God does what he wants after the purpose of his own will. I just read that to you. There's no turning in God. He only does what he wants to do. Why? Because he's the only one right. Why in the world would he listen to us? You're still living in a sinful body. You still have wicked desires. You still have wicked thoughts. Yeah, you're saved, but that mess didn't go away. So why in the world would he listen to us? He's not. God give out commands, friends. He don't take the counsel of, of people and humans and angels or any of his creation. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. My ways are higher than your ways. For as high as the heaven is above the earth, so are my thoughts and my ways above yours. So please explain to me, why would God take my advice? Indeed, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison that you may be tested. Wait, wait a minute. Lord, are you seeing? Now this is back to the church of Smyrna. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 7. Are you seeing that my poverty for your name isn't enough? Because they were in serious poverty at that time. They were being persecuted. That my inability, God, to take care of my family, you're telling me that isn't enough suffering? That being a public spectacle and the target of ridicule and an outcast in my family, that isn't enough, God? That I have to be thrown into prison to satisfy you? Come on, friends. I pray that isn't the way that you think. The Lord's response is, my child, this has nothing to do with your ability to endure all these things. This is to prove to the angels and men that your love for me is not contingent upon anything tied to this world. What did he say? What did he say in Ephesians? What did he say? The things that's not seen. Because the things that's seen are temporary. So what is God saying? Come back to the book, please. Or am I, Kevin, saying that I would enjoy being in prison for the name of Christ? No. Enjoy it? No. I would understand it because I understand the book. But be happy? Of course not. Then I'd be happy that I would be tortured, that somebody would come and, take me into prison and chop off my hand. And I'd be, oh, chop it off for Christ. No, man. Of course not. Did I be happy somebody lashed me on the back with 50 lashes like they did with Paul and Silas? Or put a guillotine and chop off my head like they did with John the Baptist? Throw me in a fire or a lion's den? Of course not. But I wouldn't blame God. I understand where it's coming from. And God is trying to prepare us for it. He was preparing these people for what they were facing. And that's why he wrote to them. And that's why he wrote that letter, so that we can see it. And he told his disciples, I tell you all these things before it happened so that you can know and understand that I'm he. See, this is about you and God. You understanding and knowing that He is God.